Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my presentation. This is Dr. Muhammad Aminul Islam. Initially, I would like to thank AUST Research and Publication Club for organizing this event and inviting me, as well as giving me the opportunity to present here. I would like to talk a brief on the high impact researcher, mastering synthesis, strategy, and writing. So let us start. So in this short discussion, I will try to cover how to choose a high impact topic, identifying the gap in current literature and the difference between narrative and systematic review. And number C, due to time shortage, I will not talk about advanced database mining. The C is how to write compelling introduction and a discussion section that suggests future research direction. Hopefully, it will be helpful for their project students. So let us start with, do you want to be like him? Can you see here?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to be like him?
No, sir.
Yes, he has published 100 research papers while doing bachelor. It is totally illogical and the world will not accept it. Usually, bachelor student can publish 1 or 2 conference abstract or at 1 or 2 article. But publishing 100 research paper is quite impossible, and everybody will ask you this question: why you have published 100 research papers? So excess of anything is bad like this. Now, who are you? Initially, you need to identify who are you. For example, there are 2 types of researchers: student researchers, those who are fourth year project student, masters or PhD students. They usually conduct research on 1 or 2 subjects for their honors, masters, and PhD thesis. The work is mainly done under the supervision of a supervisor, and it has to be completed within a specific time frame. On the other hand, professional researcher, those who does postdoc or works in a scientific institution. So my research primarily today's talk involve fourth year is project or MS. So all of you are fourth year project students, right?
Sir, I am from third year, first semester.
Sir, I am from first year.
Okay. First year?
Sir, I'm from second year, sir.
So all are bachelor students, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
all are bachelor
Yes,
students.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so some topics may be difficult to understand but I will try to simplify it. Okay, so you are student researchers. Now, so why do you need to do research? You need to do research for many reasons. For example, skill development. You can develop your critical thinking, problem solving that are highly valued in the job market. Academic excellence. Those who are involved in research can do better results. And the most important thing is those who want to study abroad need research. It can be fourth year project or sorry for interruption. Now, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. We
Yes,
can.
sir.
Okay. So usually for studying abroad, while you are a fourth year project students, you need fourth year project report or one conference abstract or one article, not necessarily needs to be published in high impact factor journal. Just the foreign university wants to know whether you have the capacity to do some research that will help you for getting scholarship abroad. So you need to do some research for career advancement. Then another thing is national impact. And research is also vital for finding solutions to specific problems where foreign solutions may not be effective. The second most important thing is professional networking. So if you do research and publish, then it will open an avenue from faculty or global world. Then the global community will recognize you. However, there are some challenges in Bangladesh. For example, we have limited resources, limited time, guidance gap. Sometimes political interference can create problem. Then why do you need to publish? Well, there is a wise saying that publish or perish. If you do not publish, then your work will not be recognized by world scientific community. So publication is essential for many reasons. For example, contribution to knowledge. If you publish, you can contribute the existing knowledge. Peer review and validation. Because before publication, your work will be reviewed by expert in your field. Then career advancement and reputation again. So a strong publication record is vital for academic job promotion, establishing oneself as a scientist in a specific field. That means you need publication if you want to stay in this world. Then securing funding and collaborations. So if you publish, then you can easily get a scholarship and you can enhance your chance for collaboration abroad. And if you publish, then your work will be cited by others, and that is, your work will be recognized. So publication is really essential. Now, where to publish? Well, nowadays you can publish your work in many fields. Like you can directly publish your project report or thesis to various publishers like Springer or some other publishers. The most important thing is peer-reviewed journal articles. You can publish your work as original research article, review articles, case studies, short communications, letters, methodologies, and editorials. However, these differ in scope, depth, and target audience. Then you can publish your work as conference abstract, proceedings, or conference papers. These are really good for young researchers like you. because these are comparatively easier to attend a conference and publish conference abstract, which is also recognized worldwide. Then you can also publish your work as book chapters or preprints. Nowadays, there are some archives which publish preprints, for example, ARXI-X4 or SSRN for rapid feedback of your publication. But I do not recommend to publish as preprints, then because it can create complications while you will publish in formal journal. Then, so where to publish, you understand. Then you can publish your research work or review article. So I will try to give some idea about review article, because if you want to write research article, you need to study review article, because without review article you cannot write research article. Review article will give you an idea or deep knowledge of a particular field. So it is good idea to write review article. So review article is just a summary and analysis of previously published research on a specific topics. It does not present new data, but instead synthesizes existing literature to identify trends, research gap, and future directions. And it is also essential to understand the state-of-the-art research in your field. The key aspect of review article is to provide an overview of current knowledge, summarizing the state-of-the-art research, highlight future investigation. Then content synthesizes multiple primary research studies into a single cohesive documents. And types, I will discuss later about the type of review articles. And structure varies depending on field. So why publish review article? Well, when I was doing PhD in Australia, so I was collecting literature and studying. Then I found one review article from a Chinese scholar, and I saw that this review article got huge citations. Then I visited his profile and found that one review article citation is more than his all publications in his academic careers. That means review article give you high citations. Then I discussed this issue with my supervisor that I have found review article which got huge citations compared to research article, and that's why I also want to write review articles. Then I plan to write 3 review articles and discuss this with my supervisor. Then my supervisor told, yes, you can go ahead. Then I wrote 3 review articles and published within my PhD studies. So review articles are very important for your visibility in scientific area. And you can also build expert. So when you will publish 1 or 2 review article, the editor will see it and they can invite you for reviewing their manuscript. So it is also a chance. Then career advancement. Review articles brings you more citations, which can lead to secure more good academic positions, tenure or promotions. And you can easily build network writing review articles. And you can also find out the research gap of a particular topics or field. So then comes writing review. So you can write two types of review. One is narrative review and another is systematic review. So narrative review is a broad overview of a particular topic. I found a review which is more than 50 pages. But I usually try to write systematic review, which is very specific and concise. So far, I have published more than 10 systematic review, which has been published in very high impact factor journal. For example, here is a review article, which is published in Journal of Water Process Engineering. This article has got 283 Google Scholar citations. Similarly, other review articles also got citations like this. So you can think of writing systematic review while you are a student of fourth year project or masters. Then comes collection of literature. If you want to write review, then you have to collect the existing literature or articles. So writing a review requires a systematic approach to gathering, evaluating, and synthesizing scholarly articles. Nowadays, you can easily collect articles using Google Scholar for multidisciplinary subjects, and you can use other database, for example, PubMed for medicinal life sciences, and you can also use SciHub for collecting full PDF copy of literature. However, my strategy is very simple. I usually use Google Scholar for collecting all literatures. For example, if you want to write a cobalt adsorption review, you can search using keywords of your topics and search multiple times. So then you will get several articles. So you can then collect your article as PDF, and usually you can use this Google Scholar for collecting literature or articles. Then you can save these collected articles nowadays using software management, reference management software. There are several reference management software, for example, EndNote, Zotero, Mendeley, to save your articles, organize folders, and automatically generate bibliographies. These are important tools for writing manuscript, and you can instantly cite and produce bibliographies. And you can also find your articles using AI-assisted search platform like Digest can help summarize large volumes of provide a daily digest, and synthesis tool you can also use. So I usually use this software to save my articles. Then comes writing strategy. This is very important for you as you are future researcher. So after collecting your literature, you need to study this and then narrow down your research questions or find specific articles. Then define your scope. Start with a focused research question to avoid gathering irrelevant articles. And evaluate source quality. Nowadays, there are many publishers publish research which can be from your field too. However, do not collect articles from unknown or predatory journal. Try to collect good quality articles from IEEE or American Chemical Society, Elsevier, Nature, or Wiley, because the article published by these publishers are good quality. So try to collect articles from good quality source. Then identify themes and gaps. Just do not summarize. Look for debates, trends, and areas where previous research is missing or contradictory. Then you can structure your writing. Later I am going to talk. This is important for you and practical approach for writing manuscript. It can be review article or research article. So secret writing strategy, this is very important. For example, collect 10 articles published in good journals on the topic you want to write a manuscript. Then read these articles carefully and get an idea. For example, how each part is presented in these articles. Then start writing your manuscript according to the idea or topic. If necessary, take help from the article, but refrain from copying it exactly. You can paraphrase or you can write it in your own language. However, you must cite these articles. Then revise the first draft yourself several times and show it to your supervisor. So before showing it to your supervisor, you can check the similarity or plagiarism with Turnitin or Authenticate. If your similarity or plagiarism is more than 25%, then you need to revise and reduce it to about 20%. So then you can submit it to your supervisor or expert for feedback. So after feedback, you can revise your manuscript. So then, as a new researcher, never submit a manuscript to a journal yourself. Let your supervisor or expert do the submitting. This will make publication much easier, because during submission of any journal, you need to write a cover letter where corresponding author's name and affiliation are there. So if your affiliation is written as, for example, your name, then bachelor student, National University of Science and Technology, and you submit it as corresponding author, the editor will instantly reject it. Because being fourth year student, you can not submit your paper. So they can directly reject your manuscript. So try to take help from your supervisor or expert, and then let him submit your manuscript. However, when you will publish 1 or 2 articles or several articles, when you will be expert and when you will build your career, then you can submit your manuscript by yourself. Well, then comes writing order. That means for writing purpose, this is not universal order of journal. This is the writing sequence or order. This is very important for writing manuscript. For example, at first you can write experimental parts or methods. Here you can describe how the study was conducted. For example, experiments, how experiments was conducted. Or you can also explain protocols. Then you can write results with figure and table. where you can write the text that describes the data presented in the figures or tables. Then you can write discussion. So in discussion part, you can interpret your figure or table. That means interpret your findings and explain their significance and limitations. However, you must compare your findings with previously published articles. And you should remember that while you will cite other works, try to cite papers from good journals, not low quality journal or low impact factor journal. These will decrease the impact of your article. So always try to cite good quality journals or journal or article published in high impact factor. Then write introduction. You can write your introduction by defining the research problem and context, which is easier after understanding the final results. Then you can write conclusion, summarizing the main takeaways of the study. Lastly, you can write abstract and title. So write this last to accurately summarize the entire manuscript. So this is the writing sequence or order for manuscript. Then comes how to write a compelling introduction. Well, you cannot write compelling introduction overnight. You need practice. So writing compelling introduction, you need to use powerful hook. That means the first sentence is your most valuable real estate. So it should be authoritative and catchy so that people can easily understand. And then you need to establish context and relevance. Once you have their attention, explain why the topic matters, why your work is important. So start broad and narrow down to your specific focus. Then identify niche or gap. So a compelling introduction does not state facts. It identifies a problem or a gap in existing knowledge that your article will solve. You can use the phrase like this: while X is well known, we still do not understand why, to create a sense of urgency. Then provide a route map. That means how your study will answer the particular research question. So you have to write this. Finally, you need to write the novelty of your work, of your manuscript, why your manuscript is important, why your manuscript is different from other published work. So it is very important to state the novelty of your manuscript. If you cannot write the novelty of your work, the editor will not convince and they will not send the manuscript to the reviewer. For example, I have published a review article in Journal of Molecular Liquids. So this is the introduction. So in the first part, try to write the problem statement. And then in the second paragraph, try to write how the problem was solved. What are the various methods for solving the problem? Then, what are the previous review already explained onto a particular topic? Then, what you have done in your review. So you need to write this. Then finally, you need to write a future prospect of the study so that readers can read your review article and cite your work. So this is one typical example of compelling introduction. Then comes how to write a compelling discussion. Well, although this is one of the most difficult topic for young researchers, you need to take help from expert writing discussion. So primarily, you can explain what the results mean, why they matter in a broader context of your field. So initially, state your key findings, what you have found, and explain the patterns or relationship you found. If results were unexpected, then you need to explain the reason why your result is like this and compare your work to the literature you cited in your introduction. So, do your findings support, contradict, or refine existing theories? Then, acknowledging limitations, because we are not perfect. Every research group has limitations, so you can state your limitations in discussion. So then comes discuss implications. So does it fill a knowledge gap or challenge a long-standing models? So it is very essential to write a discussion part, and it is interesting to share with you that I have reviewed more than 500 manuscripts from various world-class publishers like Nature, Elsevier, Wiley, Springer, and some other publishers. So what I found that those authors who are comparatively new, they could not write discussion well. On the other hand, those who are expert, then they can write discussion very well. So initially, it is difficult to write good discussion. Then I provide suggestions, include these and these, and cite papers from good journals and compare your findings with previous findings. Then you need to improve your writings. You need to improve your writing because we are not English speaker. English is our second language. So you thoroughly need editing your work. So you can improve your writing by practice daily, read frequently and edit frequently, and also focus on structure and take help from seniors or your teacher or supervisor. Then use tools. Grammarly, Ginger, Quillboard, and Instatext. Instatext is my favorite. I often use this. You can easily write good quality text using this Instatext. So all these are freely can be used. So in order to improve your manuscript or even fourth year report, you can use these softwares to improve your writing quality, which will help you to publish it in good quality journal. Well, then come challenges. Writing review as well as research manuscript is a complex academic endeavor that involves more just summarizing existing literature. So nowadays, if you want to write a review and collect articles, you will see that there are many review articles in your field. That means information overload. Then it will be difficult to identify which article is relevant for you, or high quality resource. So due to information overload, now review writing has been challenging. And another thing is, a common failure is providing a simple list of summaries rather than synthesizing diverse findings to show relationships, similarities, and differences between studies. Then it is also difficult to maintain the objectivity. And nowadays, it is also difficult to find the research gap in writing review. So you need to read more and more to find out the research gap. And another thing is weak academic writing skill, poor English efficiency, difficult adhering to complex journal formation, and citation style lead to rejection. So peer review challenges. Nowadays, many journals undergo double-blind peer review, which can lead to desk rejection of your manuscript. So these are the challenges nowadays for writing review. And however, there are some future perspective too. You can easily get idea of writing a review of a particular field using AI. For example, if you search cobalt adsorption review in AI, then you will get the structure of the review, but it is highly recommended that do not write using AI or ChatGPT. It can destroy your career. Try to write your own language. Take idea or get idea from using AI, but do not copy from AI directly, because there are now many software which can identify your writing that you have written from AI. Then it can create many consequences. So it is not recommended to write using AI directly. And another interesting thing is multidisciplinary integration. Future review will incorporate perspective from diverse fields to address complex real-world issues. For example, nowadays we can address wastewater treatment related review to using machine learning or artificial neural network using multidisciplinary approach. And nowadays you can also use advanced bibliometrics for various software to make it easier to visualize your figure. And nowadays it is also available living reviews. That means you publish a review, then when updated information will come, then you can edit and update the review. So I found several reviews on same topic by same author. Then I saw that what is the difference between these articles. Then I found that the author just added the updated information in a particular review and published. So he has published several reviews on the same topic, on the same title, but updating the information. So you can also publish like living reviews. And nowadays, as I already said, review article can give you more citation, which can lead you more research prospect. So this can be helpful for getting a scholarship or other type of funding. So for more information, you can visit my Google Scholar profile, where I have published all my review as well as research articles. You can have a lot of information about review articles and research articles, and you can collect and read. And this is the certificate. I have been enlisted world top 2% scientist in 2025. And this is one of our paper which got high impact paper award. I also have a channel. You can also visit Aminulchem Innovation, where there are many videos I have published how to write various parts of article like introduction, abstract, discussion, conclusion, or how to search literature review, and some other topics like how to get scholarship abroad. So you can visit my channel and watch these videos. This will be helpful for your future career. So I'm grateful to Asanullah University of Science and Technology as well as King Fahd University. Thank you all. So now if you have any question, you can ask me any question, either Bengali or English. Thank you. Do you have any question? Mrinmoy.
হ্যালো, আসসালামু আলাইকুম স্যার। আমার একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল।
Sure.
স্যার বলছি যে মানে আমার বর্তমান থিসিস পেপারের টাইটেল অনুসারে আমি একটা রিভিউ পেপার বাহির করতে চাচ্ছি। তো সেক্ষেত্রে আমি প্রিভিয়াস আমার টাইটেলের সাথে সিমিলারিটি আছে এমন প্রিভিয়াস টাইটেল গুলো যদি আমি কম্পেয়ার করি, তাহলে আমি যখন তাদের একটা লিস্ট করতে যাই ২০, ২৫, ৩০টা আনুমানিক এরকম পেপারের যখন একটা লিস্ট